Okay, so things have gotten really weird with the whole Charlie Kirk situation, and I'm not even talking about the usual political stuff. This is next level. It's like a thriller movie, honestly. We all know Charlie was pushing hard for the Epstein files to be released. I mean, he was relentless. He said back in 2025 that the American people deserve to see everything. No redactions, nothing held back. He wanted it all out in the open on an easy-to-access website. Publicly and privately, he was on this. Then, just a couple of days after that statement, he was assassinated. And now, Erica Kirk, his wife, is saying she wants to continue his mission. But here's the thing. She's been totally silent on the Epstein files. Radio silence. And that raises some serious red flags, right? This was something Charlie cared deeply about. He talked about it constantly. And now, nothing from Erica. She even said herself, nothing is by coincidence. So what's the real reason she's not mentioning the Epstein case? Well, a new theory is going around. An insider, someone close to Charlie and his parents, is alleging that Erica's name might actually be in those files. That's a bombshell. And the evidence is piling up. People online have been digging into Erica's past, and they've found some inconsistencies. Her Wikipedia page, for example, claims she still works as a real estate agent for the Cochran Group in New York City as of 2025. That's just strange. She's the CEO of Turning Point now. How could she possibly be doing both? And the timeline is all messed up. The People article says she started at Cochran in 2018, but Wikipedia says 2025. What's going on? Why the contradictory information? What are they trying to hide about her connection to the Cochran Group? Well, here's where it gets even crazier. If you search Cochran in the Department of Justice's Epstein files, the company's name pops up 108 times. There are emails recommending Epstein properties listed by the Cochran Group. And who was the CEO of Cochran when Erica worked there? Pamela Lehman. And guess what? Pamela Lehman also appears in the Epstein files. She was apparently close enough to Epstein that she made the new owner of his New York City townhouse sign a non-disclosure agreement. And Erica still follows Pamela Lehman on Instagram. So, there's a direct link between Erica and Epstein. She worked under Pamela Lehman, who was trusted to handle NDA deals for Epstein's townhouse. That's the same townhouse where some truly horrific crimes allegedly took place. It makes you wonder how deep these connections really go, and the fact that Erica's Wikipedia page seems to be deliberately rewriting the timeline, it's suspicious to say the least. It looks like someone is trying to prevent people from connecting Erica to Epstein. But the internet never forgets, right? Now, let's go back to Charlie. He wasn't just pushing for the release of the Epstein files. He was also looking into Epstein's ties to foreign intelligence agencies. He talked about Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell, being an Israeli spy. He believed Epstein was a tool used by intelligence agencies to blackmail powerful people. But Erica, she said nothing about any of this. Not publicly, not in interviews, not even a hint. And when you combine that with her connection to the Cochran Group, it raises a lot of questions. But it gets even darker. That insider is also alleging that Charlie was trying to block Erica from getting custody of their kids. He was apparently worried about their safety. He feared she was hiding something. What did Charlie discover about his wife? Was it just her past employment at Cochran and the firm's connection to Epstein, or was it something even worse? Was Erica really just a real estate agent, or was that just a cover for something else entirely? It's a valid question, especially when you look at these other allegations swirling around her, like this Romanian Angels Project. So Erica started this thing, the Romanian Angels Project. Lori France, her mom, apparently established the Everyday Heroes Foundation to help kids, right? And then this Romanian Angels thing spun out of that. They even worked with the military in Romania to help orphans. But here's the kicker. They were working with this Colonel Otto Buscher, who was later accused of running a brothel with young children. I mean, come on. And it doesn't stop there. There's this old interview where Erica claims she worked with victims in China and Costa Rica. China and Costa Rica. She said she was living in China and working with victims of sex trafficking, and then she started working with the Marine Corps and the Army and an orphanage in Romania. But what credentials did she even have? I mean, think about it. She was a pageant queen, a reality show contestant, then a casting director, then a real estate agent. That's what we've been told anyway. Were all those titles just a cover for something else? It's starting to look like it, right? Look, right now, this is all just speculation. But you can't ignore that so many things about Erika just don't add up. And get this, she recently removed the wedding photo that Charlie used to keep in his office. The one he always had up while he was streaming. It just adds to the idea that this perfect fairy tale marriage they sold us was never really that perfect. Her silence on the Epstein files, the sketchy contradictions in her work history, the ties to Cochran and Pamela Lehman, the international trips she claims were for victim work, and now this, erasing a symbol of her marriage to Charlie. The same Charlie who pushed so hard for the release of the Epstein files. Erika is not who she says she is. I'm telling you, something's up, and people are starting to see it. It's like this whole thing is a house of cards, and it's starting to collapse. You know, people are really starting to wonder about everything. They're questioning the narrative, digging deeper, and not just accepting what they're being told. That's what happens when things don't make sense, when the story doesn't add up. And the more they try to hide, the more people are going to dig. The internet is undefeated, remember? They can't just erase things and expect people to forget. It doesn't work that way anymore. This whole situation is just messed up. It's a tangled web of connections, allegations, and inconsistencies. And at the center of it all is Erica Kirk, who is either completely innocent or deeply involved in something very, very dark. Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. But I do know that something isn't right. And I think it's important to keep asking questions, keep digging, and keep demanding answers. Because the truth is out there, and we deserve to know it. We deserve to know what really happened to Charlie, and what Erika's role in all of this really is. It's not just about politics anymore. It's about justice. It's about finding out the truth, no matter how ugly it might be. So now everyone's looking at this Romanian Angels thing, right? Like, what was really going on there? I mean, you start a charity to help orphans, and then you're hanging out with a dude accused of running a child brothel. That's not a good look. And the fact that she was supposedly working with these kids, but she's got no real qualifications, it's just shady. Then you add in the China and Costa Rica stuff. Like, suddenly she's this international do-gooder saving victims of sex trafficking. Where did that come from? I'm not saying it's impossible, but it just doesn't fit with the rest of her story. It feels like something's missing. Like, there's a whole chapter of her life that's been conveniently left out. And let's be real, the whole pageant queen, reality star, casting director, real estate agent thing, it's a weird resume. It's like she was trying on different personas, seeing what fit, or maybe she was just experimenting. But it makes you wonder if any of those roles were actually real, or if they were just a cover for something else. And now she's scrubbing her social media, taking down old photos, trying to erase her past. That's never a good sign. If you've got nothing to hide, why are you trying to hide everything? It's like she's trying to rewrite her own history to create a new version of herself that's more palatable. But the internet doesn't forget, and people are already digging through the archives, finding all sorts of interesting things, old interviews, old photos, old social media posts. It's all out there, and it's all starting to paint a very different picture of Erica Kirk. And then there's the Charlie of it all. The guy was obsessed with the Epstein files. He wanted the truth to come out, and he ended up dead. And now his wife, who claims to be carrying on his legacy, is completely silent on the very issue he cared about most. It doesn't make any sense. And the fact that he was supposedly trying to get custody of their kids, that's a huge red flag. If a father is worried enough about his children's safety to try to take them away from their mother, something is seriously wrong. It suggests that he knew something, that he saw something, that he was afraid of something. And the more you look into it, the more it seems like Erika was living a double life. She was the perfect wife, the conservative influencer, the CEO of Turning Point. But maybe that was just a facade. Maybe there was a whole other side to her that no one knew about. And if that's the case, then what was she really up to? What was she hiding? And what did Charlie find out before he died? These are all questions that need to be answered. And I think the only way to get those answers is to keep digging, to keep asking questions, and to keep demanding transparency. Because the truth is out there, and it's time for it to come out. It's time to expose the lies, the secrets, and the cover-ups. It's time to hold people accountable for their actions, and it's time to finally get justice for Charlie Kirk. This isn't some random internet conspiracy. This is a real investigation, and it's only just getting started. People are waking up, and they're not going to stop until they get the